Welcome to Marketing for Well-Connected Communities Master Volunteers. My name is Sarah Allen, and my role at National 4-H Council is to support you and the Extension System's efforts to cultivate wellness through well-connected communities. I am truly glad you are here to learn. We will review why marketing works, discover how to make your health issue interesting, and learn to engage the media to share your story. Before we get started, I want to let you know that this webinar can be used by yourself or with a group. It includes a variety of questions, and we encourage you to pause at each question to engage in thought and dialogue with others if possible. Now let's get started. Why marketing? Marketing can seem like extra work that you simply don't have time for, but it can be a light lift that adds value to your work and engages audiences that might not otherwise know about your program. If you don't tell your story, who will? This webinar, combined with the toolkit available at the Well-Connected Communities website, can help. You are being marketed to all day, every day, whether you realize it or not. If you watch TV or listen to the radio, if you scroll through your Facebook newsfeed, if you shop for something on Amazon, even if you check your email, let's take a moment to think about what marketing or advertising content catches your attention and why. Write down what comes to mind and take a minute to consider or discuss if you are in a group. Let's watch an example of a compelling story from Garrett County, Maryland, one of the Culture of Health prize-winning communities.
A healthy community is more than just a community without sickness.
It's looking at those things in the environment that allow a person to live healthy.
So whether it's improving the health of a senior citizen who couldn't exercise before, or whether that's a child who would have never had the opportunity to come and swim.
Garrett County's most valuable asset is the way that we work together.
It's the people and their willingness to roll up their sleeves and do whatever it takes.
Garrett County really is a special place, so it's a great place to visit, but it's a better place to spend a lifetime.
What is it about the video that moves you? Take a minute to write down 3 key components that made you think or feel something. Now think about your community and the health action plan you are working on. There's a reason your health council selected the topic that it did. Take a moment to write down a connection you have to this issue. It can be something personal or professional. Write down what makes it feel important to you. Now think about a time that you have experienced success in working on a project like this. What made it successful? Write down your answer. What challenges did you experience and how did you address them? Wrapping your head around this issue, why it matters to you, and how you can make it matter to others is the cornerstone of good marketing. These steps will help you make a case for others to pay attention to your community and the healthy changes you are trying to make. Let's watch another example from Scott County, Indiana, where youth address a health issue important to them, eliminating substance abuse, in an engaging way. Notice how they draw the viewer in with humor and authenticity.
It seems like everywhere you turn,
There's a drug for all the things that make us feel bad.
So many drugs.
for all the bad feels.
And not just illegal or prescription drugs.
I'm talking about aspirin.
Energy drinks.
Even lots of caffeine and sugar.
Sugar.
All of those.
Can shape your mood.
But did you know there are other ways to change how you feel?
Let me tell you about a couple.
It totally sounds old, but diet and exercise can really make a difference in how you feel.
I know, because I don't do either, and I feel horrible.
Getting enough rest.
Not just sleep, but real downtime.
In a peaceful place.
I'm not asking. I'm telling you.
By a babbling brook where there's trees and stuff. Actual rest. That kind of rest.
Can transform your mood.
Why is it called good mood? Shouldn't it be good mood? Or good mood?
Connect with friends.
Invest yourself in their lives.
In deep and meaningful ways.
Here's another idea.
Take up writing or journaling.
Or texting to yourself.
Get your inner thoughts out onto the page.
Get what's in here, out here. Find a hobby.
Support a cause.
Anything that makes you feel alive.
And also is not illegal.
That doesn't hurt you or somebody else.
Don't wait until you feel bad to do something about it.
That's just silly.
Get on top of it.
Be proactive.
Don't just have your mood.
Make your mood.
You can have your mood, and you can eat it too.
You have more power than you know.
You are a superhero.
Says me.
No, I'm serious though.
You may want to ask yourself or your group a few questions. For example, why is this issue important to the people in the story? Why might this issue feel important to people watching the story? What worked well and felt successful? What challenges did the participants in the story overcome? Once you have a solid understanding of what makes your health issue important, it is time to think about your team. Your team is the heartbeat of your well-connected community initiative, so communicating clearly with each other can lead to more successful marketing efforts. Your team might include Health Coalition members, volunteers, an extension agent, and community partners. If team members agree to sharing their information, we suggest that you set up an Excel sheet to share each person's name, title, organization, phone, and email. You will want everyone on the team to understand how to communicate clearly about the project. When everyone is on message, it means that each person is sharing the same message about the project with the public. The core message for your project can be written by first looking at your health action plan goals and objectives. The purpose of your core message is for everyone to understand the project and how to talk about it with others, especially when recruiting new team members. For example, a team member might introduce herself to a colleague in this way. Hi, I serve on the Healthy Bartlett County Coalition, where we are working on a school vending policy that will make the healthy choice the easy choice for our kids. Have you heard about it? Or a team member might recruit a new partner in this way. Hi, did you know that the Healthy Bartlett County Coalition seeks new community partners to help create a school vending policy that makes the healthy choice the easy choice for our kids? Could I provide you with some more information about our efforts? Once you have clear messages, think about where to find volunteers and partners. Target outlets that are specific to the people you seek. Maybe it's a local newsletter, a community Facebook page, or an email to colleagues in your network. Now that you have a message and outlets, identify your desired outcome. In other words, what are you asking for? If you're reaching out to a potential teen volunteer, your ask will be different from what it would be for a potential community partner. Let's take 5 minutes to work on this framework. Now that you know your team, think about your target community audience and follow the same framework to identify who they are, a message that you want to share with them, key outlets they might engage in to receive that message, and your desired outcome. When you are crafting your message for this audience, call to mind the video we watched earlier and what made it compelling. Make your message equally compelling and engaging. Your desired outcome is a clear call to action for the person hearing your message. Do you want your friend to share a post on Facebook about your project? Do you want your neighbor to buy healthier groceries at the local market? Do you want your local school board to consider healthier options in vending machines? Clear messages lead to desired actions and outcomes. Let's take 3 minutes to work on this framework. Members of the media can be allies in spreading the word about your health action plan. You can develop a core message for media outreach that aligns with your health action plan goals. It will be similar to the core message you use with your team and your community. Think about local news stations and reporters. Consider who you know or who has reported on health topics in the past. Take some time to make a list of local newsletters, community Facebook pages, or other social media channels that could be considered outlets for promoting your project. As you did for your team recruiting and community awareness efforts, once you have a message and a list of news outlets, complete with contacts, clarify your desired outcome. What do you want from the media? The Well-Connected Communities Toolkit offers guides and templates for building your media list and working with the media. Let's review the toolkit and how it can aid your marketing efforts. You probably will host events and activities in the community to implement your health action plan. As you plan these events, turn to the toolkit. It is a helpful collection of resources and templates to ease your marketing efforts. The toolkit materials can be downloaded by logging in at wellconnectedcommunities.extension.org. For example, you can download the Well Connected Communities logo, a PowerPoint template, and templates for creating a media announcement or recruitment flyers. The toolkit also has a style guide to help you talk about well-connected communities consistently across the country. This will be especially important for master volunteers as you talk about the program. If you don't have access yet, contact the county extension agent working with well-connected communities at your university. Marketing is only one piece of launching a successful event. As we discussed at the beginning of this module, remember who is on your team, communicate clear expectations for each person, and define a process for approving materials and event logistics before you begin. As you think about what type of event or activity to host, do a bit of research to identify compelling stories in your local community. What do you find? Was a large crowd or influential speaker the key feature? Was a surprising statistic brought to life? Maybe humor or kindness came into play. Remember the work we did to identify why this health issue is important to you personally and to your community, and use that insight to create an event that will be memorable for others too. As you hold events, be sure to capture stories to share with your extension agent, community partners, and the National 4-H Council. We love hearing and seeing these successes. Close-up photos, quotes from youth, local articles, and testimonials of impact are especially encouraging, not only to us, but also to the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, which is supporting well-connected communities. Visit the link on this slide to see how one organization in Montana shares their stories online. In addition to the toolkit, you might find the Spitfire Communications Blueprint or the County Health Rankings Communications Guide to be helpful resources to guide your marketing efforts. As you work on your specific health action plan, remember the core well-connected communities message you see here. You can be encouraged that you are part of a nationwide effort to cultivate wellness and foster a culture of health. And we at the National 4-H Council are excited to be part of those efforts with you. Thank you for your time today. To learn more, please contact the County Extension Agent working with well-connected communities at your university, or visit wellconnectedcommunities.extension.org.